it's time to get it going. And the Volunteers will kick it away first. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To throw, it's Samuel. He's got the back in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
What a play by the defender that time because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. This offense wants to send a message on the opening drive of the game. No punting today. They'll go for it on fourth down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
They'll try the run. Turning it on. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Volunteers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. To the ground. He's got it again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They kick it away on fourth down. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive, knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Makes a catch along the sidelines, but he's going to lose yardage. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Samuel. Trying to beat the D deep. Touchdown, Clemson. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. And he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The Vols, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Freeman. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Under fire. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Vols trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Power ahead. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second. Sneak gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for them every play. That's my quarterback.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll give it to the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. The give to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is this tempo, trying to wear you out when they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The short hands, it's Leon. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The lone back's got it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Samuel. Fires to the right. It's caught. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you've got to be dialed in. You've got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
keeping it on the ground with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Quarterback making adjustments. Backed up in their own end, a quick hitter might work. Got it in the middle, it's Marshall. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. They're working that left side. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people will do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Wants to throw again. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Stewart. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. We're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
To the air, it's Kendricks. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Huge play there into plus territory. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Stewart. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Might be calling a hot route. They'll send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Stewart. Floating away. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Makes the grab on the shot. Off and running. Inside the touchdown ball. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you've got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Fights off a defender. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Kendricks. Finds his tight end. There he goes.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good decision. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero coverage, like nobody covers him at all. And that's what they did right there. That's not good sound defense.
Looking for a man. It's Kendricks. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. How about this defense taking one back to the house? These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he... At the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Zings it complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Bounced off his feet.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in there. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll go right back to him. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Volunteers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
At the 23-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Look, it's sloppy out here. It's wet. The ball is slick. It's not easy to kick in these types of conditions. That's now his 2nd missed field goal, but I know this kicker's disappointed of himself because he's good enough to make these kicks.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that getting after him.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Samuel. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is, because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive with a turnover in the end zone. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Samuel. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Leon. Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking for the score. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14.
Tennessee, 28, Clemson, 14.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. At the 45, on its way. Off to the races. The 10. Touchdown, Volunteer. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
This guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass. It's Samuel. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Here comes Clemson with another first down. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. The sure hands, it's Leon. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Samuel. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense cashing it in on that drive. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do.
They fake it, pitch it to the tight end. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
Tennessee, 35.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He has the first and still on his feet. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown ball! And a stomping has commenced. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Finds his man down the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about it as a defensive player. But man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's the handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Volunteers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Trevino. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. They're 3 for 4 on fourth down in this one, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On fourth down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless. And you know that you're losing possession. You're coming off the field.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.